The habit that makes coaches notice you. Most football players think coaches notice talent. They don't, at least not the way you think. Every year, talented players get ignored. Players with great skills sit on the bench. Players who can dribble, shoot, and do tricks wonder why another player keeps getting selected ahead of them. And the frustrating part? That other player often doesn't seem more talented. He's not faster. He's not stronger. He's not more skillful. Yet coaches trust him, play him, rely on him, and eventually build the team around him. Why? Because coaches aren't looking for the player who can produce one brilliant moment. They're looking for the player who makes their job easier for 90 minutes. And there's one habit that instantly separates those players from everyone else. It's not a skill. It's not fitness. It's not confidence. It's a habit so simple that most players completely ignore it. Yet once you develop it, coaches start noticing you almost immediately. Let's talk about it. Problem reframe. When most players want to get noticed, they focus on visible things. Scoring goals, fancy dribbles, long shots, skill moves, highlight reel moments. And yes, those things matter. But think about it from a coach's perspective. A coach watches dozens of players every week. Everyone wants the ball. Everyone wants to show what they can do. Everyone wants to stand out. The problem is that most players only focus on what happens when they have possession. But football is a game where you spend most of your time without the ball. And that's exactly where coaches are watching. The player who constantly asks, "How can I help the team right now?" will always attract more attention than the player asking, "How can I look good right now?" That difference changes everything. The hidden cause. Here's what most players don't realize. Coaches aren't searching for perfection. They're searching for reliability. Think about the pressure coaches face. Every match affects results. Every decision affects the team. Every mistake can cost points. So when a coach chooses players, they naturally trust players who make predictable positive decisions. Not players who occasionally produce magic and disappear the rest of the game. This is why some technically gifted players struggle to earn playing time. They force risky actions. They switch off defensively. They stop working when things aren't going their way. Meanwhile, another player with slightly less talent keeps earning opportunities. Why? Because the coach knows exactly what he's getting every single session and every single match. And that brings us to the habit. The habit that makes coaches notice you is consistent engagement, being mentally and physically involved in every moment of the game, not just the exciting moments. Every moment. Lesson 1. Be available before you're needed. Most players react. Top players prepare. Watch football carefully and you'll notice something interesting. The best players often look busy before anything important happens. They're scanning, adjusting their position, checking their shoulders, moving into space, communicating. They're preparing for the next action before it arrives. Average players wait until the ball comes near them. Great players get ready long before. Imagine two midfielders. The first stands still waiting for a pass. The second constantly checks over his shoulder, creates angles, and adjusts his position. Who looks more reliable to a coach? Who looks more engaged? Who seems more ready for higher levels? The second player. Every time. Coaches love players who stay connected to the game. Because football rewards preparation, not reaction. Your goal is simple. Never be a spectator inside the match, even when you're far from the ball. Lesson 2. Win the 5-second moments. Most players think football is decided by goals. Coaches know it's often decided by reactions, especially the 5 seconds after something goes wrong. You lose the ball. What happens next? You miss a pass. What happens next? Your team loses possession. What happens next? This is where coaches learn who you really are. Many players mentally disappear after mistakes. They complain, drop their head, slow down, blame teammates. Elite players do the opposite. The moment they make a mistake, they instantly re-engage. They sprint, recover, press, track back, communicate. The mistake lasts 1 second. Their response lasts 5. And coaches notice those 5 seconds more than the mistake itself. Because effort after failure reveals character. Anyone can work hard when things are going well. The players who stand out are the ones who stay locked in when things aren't. Lesson 3. Communicate like a leader. You don't need the captain's armband to lead. One of the fastest ways to become noticeable is through communication. Not shouting, not complaining, not acting important. Useful communication. Simple information. Man on. Turn. Time. Switch. Hold. Press. Football becomes easier when players help each other. And coaches immediately notice players who improve the team around them. Here's something interesting. Many young players stay quiet because they're nervous. They think speaking might make them look arrogant. The opposite is usually true. Silence often looks disengaged. Communication shows awareness, confidence, responsibility. You don't need to talk constantly. You just need to provide value. Every useful piece of information makes you more visible. Not because you're demanding attention. Because you're helping the team function. Lesson 4. Treat training like selection day. This is where many players lose opportunities. They think coaches evaluate matches. Coaches evaluate everything. Training habits reveal future match habits. If you switch off during drills, coaches notice. If you only work hard during small-sided games, coaches notice. If your intensity changes depending on your mood, coaches notice. Remember, a coach sees hundreds of repetitions before selecting a team. They build trust from daily evidence, not occasional brilliance. The player who consistently arrives focused, works hard, listens carefully, and maintains standards becomes incredibly valuable. Because coaches can predict what they'll get, and predictability creates trust. Trust creates opportunities. Opportunities create playing time. Playing time creates development. The entire chain starts with daily habits. Lesson 5. Make the simple things unmissable. Many players want coaches to notice spectacular actions, but coaches often notice mastery of simple actions. Good first touch, quick recovery runs, supporting teammates, defensive tracking, smart positioning, body language, scanning, work rate, decision making. These things don't go viral on social media, but they win matches, and they build reputations. Think about it. A player might attempt 10 spectacular actions and succeed twice. Another player might make 50 smart decisions. Which player helps the team more? Usually the second one. The best way to become noticeable is not by forcing attention. It's by becoming impossible to ignore through consistency. Practical application. So how do you build this habit starting today? Use this simple match checklist. Before receiving the ball. Scan. Check your surroundings. Create an angle. After passing. Move. Support. Stay connected. After losing possession. React immediately. Press or recover. No complaints. No hesitation. During the game. Communicate useful information. Help teammates. Stay engaged. When you're tired, focus even harder. Most players switch off when fatigue arrives. The players' coaches remember stay switched on. During training, treat every drill as an opportunity to build trust. Not just improve skills. If you follow these principles consistently for the next month, coaches will start viewing you differently. Not because you became more talented overnight. Because you became more dependable. And dependability is rare. Identity level close. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop trying to be the player who gets noticed. Become the player who is impossible to ignore. There's a difference. One chases attention. The other earns trust. Coaches don't build teams around occasional highlights. They build teams around habits. The habit of staying engaged. The habit of helping the team. The habit of responding well under pressure. The habit of doing the right thing repeatedly. Talent might get you a trial. But habits keep you on the field. And when two players have similar ability, coaches almost always choose the one they trust more. So the next time you step onto a pitch, don't ask, how can I impress the coach today? Ask, how can I stay engaged in every moment today? Because that's the habit that changes how coaches see you. And eventually, how football sees you. If you found this useful, subscribe for more football performance and mindset videos that help you improve faster, play smarter, and become the player coaches can't leave out of the team.